What is up, everybody? Welcome to Apocaflix Movies. This is our show, The Casting Table. If you like casts and you like tables, this is the show for you. I am your host, Jacob Barkley, and I am joined by Gio, of course, the man. He's ready to talk some DC topics, and we have Ryan Avellino right here, and of course, Mr. Jake Berlin over there. And if you don't know about this show, we review the sturdiness of tables. No, totally kidding. We take a character. It doesn't have to be comic book or Star Wars or anything like that. It can be a well-known character from any type of lore or history or a novel or comic book, something like that, and we choose which actors we would cast in that role, which actors we want to see in that role. Sometimes we have the same names, and Brian gets really mad. Or sometimes we have some very unique choices that no one else thought of. So it's really fun, and that's one of the great things about film fandom is discussing fan castings and stuff like that. And today we are discussing Green Lantern in general. We're not necessarily just doing Hal Jordan. The way we're going to do this is... we can choose which Green Lantern we want to cast, and then we're going to choose a name or two for those specific Green Lanterns. If you don't know about Green Lantern, there's tons of them. I'm sure Brian can tell you more about this, but there's only there's less than 10 that are relevant that people would know that we're probably going to see on.
There's about 5, so you can do Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, and Jessica Cruz are typically the 5. And then you have the other.
Well, there's Baz.
The alien ones.
Baz and Jessica Cruz were in the same comic together.
And then you have the alien ones that are typically Hal Jordan's mates and stuff like that.
But those are hard to cast and be like, I want John Farrell.
So we're essentially going to be casting the lead of the show. Who we think the lead of the show will be.
One of the leads,
one
or two leads.
Co-leads,
exactly,
if we take it that way.
So let's go to Gio first.
And the way we're doing it, our first choice first.
Yeah.
We figured that out.
Our first choice first.
That way nobody gets spoiled, and we'll go from there. So we'll do two choices and honorable mentions.
Different because we're choosing different Green Lanterns.
It's fun.
So basically, your first choice is... it's the character you would want to see first, and then what actor you want to see play that character. Then your second one will be, if it's not that character, this is the second character I want to see and actor to play them. So.
Perfect.
Okay, well, great. So for this choice, I wanted to go off of the rumored Green Lantern initial speculations. This was back when Batman v Superman came out, and they said they wanted a older Hal Jordan, already established Green Lantern, and then a younger John Stewart.
And this is all based on the context that they're doing the live action show on HBO Max.
Right, absolutely.
For those who don't know,
yep. And so I want to cast John Stewart, and this person will be received mixed, but I think he's the right age. Has an established career, has some critically acclaimed performances, very good, and for me, it's Michael B. Jordan.
I knew it.
John Stewart. First off,
he'd be a good Hal Jordan too, to be honest.
First off, this guy can act. We all know that, right? Fruitvale Station, Creed, and he was Killmonger in Black Panther. Arguably stole the movie. Arguably,
he did.
He is somebody who can easily maintain getting in shape. We know Hal Jordan, or not Hal Jordan, I keep saying Hal Jordan. John Stewart, former Marine in the comics, and gets chosen to become the next Green Lantern after Hal Jordan, or alongside Hal Jordan, depending on which comic you read. And I think this would be a great chance at a third chance, I guess you could say, but second chance to really be a hero and be the front of what could be, in this case, an HBO series, multi-season leading
that would
into
be
a
such a
film.
huge get for WB if they got him to do that.
He's a WB guy too.
Yeah,
a lot of his films are. I think his production company even may have done a first look deal with WB.
Yeah, and Michael B. Jordan, as far as how young he is in his trajectory, his career, he's one of the hottest people in Hollywood.
And he's doing a new film coming out, a Tom Clancy film next year, where he plays a soldier called Without Remorse.
Oh. And what's that movie coming out this year that he's getting Oscar?
Just Mercy.
Yeah, that looks
with Jamie Foxx.
amazing.
Yeah.
And you think about Creed and how physically in shape, his physique he is, that he kept, and he can easily do that. And I think it'd be a great choice. It remains. I don't think it'll happen, sadly, but I mean, this is a casting table, so
yeah.
I'm curious to see, not now but later, if they did cast him, who would you want to play Hal Jordan opposite of him? But save that for later because I don't want to ruin anybody else's choices. Okay. So let's go to Brian. What character are you choosing first?
Pretty sure who's this got stolen.
Who would you want?
That was my second one.
Oh, okay.
Thank God it wasn't your first though. That always happens.
Yeah,
always happens.
It was my second one. My number one would be Hal Jordan, and I kind of want a redo, so I don't want them to do like the older Hal Jordan.
I feel like that's the way they're gonna go.
I do too.
Yeah.
But I would like to see Logan Marshall Green.
Yeah.
Was that yours?
No.
Oh, okay. From Upgrade.
I like him in everything.
He's the lead of Upgrade.
Yeah.
He's the first Shocker in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, the first one that gets like
the one that got disintegrated by Michael Keaton.
Did you choose him for something else too?
Yeah, I chose him for Moon Knight.
Oh, okay. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
I would love to see him in anything. Yeah.
So, he would be awesome as.
He's a rugged guy too, which would make it very interesting.
I could see him being the fighter pilot, like that slick fighter pilot.
He was also in he was Numi Rapus' boyfriend in Prometheus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where I first saw him. So he was there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I think he would be a badass Green Lantern. I could just see it.
Yeah, that would be a great choice. He's I wouldn't say he's unknown, but a lot of the general public doesn't really know
unknown
who he
generally,
is.
yeah.
But we know who he is, so we would be excited about
He's
that.
directing now, which is really cool.
Really?
Yeah, he has a new film coming out. And I don't know the name of it, but he just directed a film, which is really cool. And he's very young, too.
I could see after his fighting and Upgrade, it would be kind of dope to see.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't got picked up anymore after Upgrade. Usually that type of movie is
Upgrade
people want someone like that instantly.
Right.
He hasn't been picked
it's
up.
Unfortunate he was such a waste.
He was so good in that movie.
In Homecoming, he was good in that role. He played the douche so well. Yeah. But now he can't play another MCU character.
It kind of reminds you of Ben Foster and how
totally.
he's such a standout.
He's incredible.
But he's yet to
Yeah.
But who knows?
So that would be mine. I would love to see him as Hal Jordan. I think it would be cool because I don't want you to go automatic old and then use a different one Hal Jordan.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like he's
retired.
It would be like
older.
Hal Jordan's 40 and Jon Stewart's 28, something like that.
Right.
You know.
I don't know. I would love to see Hal Jordan's story, especially on a TV where you can show it.
No, that would be great, but you could still do it with. If he's 40.
I don't know. I'm thinking Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith in the first Men in Black, where he's old.
No. I don't think
he's not going to be 60.
No, I don't think he is either. But I don't. Half of his life is already gone. I'm sure they'll be saying he was a Green Lantern for 15 years or something. I want to see those 15 years. So if he was Green Lantern when he was 25 or something.
The thing is, if he's not an older veteran Green Lantern, then you can't have the younger human character in there that he's gonna train or whatever.
Yeah.
Not until later on.
Not till later on.
Unless you go the buddy cop route, which is what they were rumored to do.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they could easily change the mythology and be they're both around the same age.
They could
easily do something like that.
I could see them doing
That's true,
the Hal Jordan being the Abin Sur to Jon Stewart. I would be pissed, but
they could do it. They could do it where Hal Jordan is no longer the protector of Earth, but the protector of all the sectors, and Jon Stewart now has the Earth, which is what happened.
Right.
But
what if he's only been Green Lantern for 4 or 5 years, and then they bring in Hal Jordan?
Yeah.
And that's how the show starts.
And then they bring in Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart.
Oh, Jon Stewart. I say, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But I feel like Hal. Now I'm doing the opposite of you. Hal Jordan deserves his time.
No, he deserves his credit. He deserves the justice.
I don't think we need an origin story. I don't think we have to have an origin story.
No, you don't need to have origin.
I would probably disagree because he doesn't. He's not Spider-Man or Batman. We've only seen it once, and a lot of people, rightfully so, forgot the movie on purpose.
Yeah.
And a lot of people haven't seen it because they've heard bad things about it.
But we've gotten new characters that we people don't know about before, where they don't do an origin
No,
story.
totally.
It worked.
Totally. The reason why I say they're going to do it is because it's a TV show.
Why don't you go like the
That's
catalog?
true. They have
TV show typically
You're
do
right.
origin
If it was a
stories.
movie,
for a while.
no origin story. But TV show, you're right. But the thing is, for me, I was thinking flashbacks.
You can easily do it that way.
I was thinking
Flashbacks. There's a lot of stuff that has been doing flashbacks
So
lately
Arrow.
with stuff like that.
Not that heavy on flashbacks, but some flashbacks.
Not like a flashback in an episode, a la Mandalorian, stuff like that.
It would be
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
Yeah.
A little more than that, but yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It'd be kind of funny to get flashbacks when, like Arrow, since what's his name's in charge of it.
Berlanti.
Berlanti, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's mine.
All right, Jake.
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
Because I feel like mine are. I don't think anybody's gonna take mine, so I'm happy to let you guys go first.
I need to find.
Okay. So little.
Hopefully. Probably just screwed myself.
I mean,
You just handed over.
I just totally
you might be
screwed
able
myself.
to like you.
I have
we've
a
talked
feeling.
about characters before,
I
but
have a
anyways, a
feeling.
little bit of context here. Around like 2015, I started really reading comics, and one of the lines that I started reading was Green Lanterns. It premiered in 2016, where they introduced Jessica Cruz, and I forget Baz's last name, but Baz.
Simon.
Simon.
Oh, it's Simon Baz. That's his
Simon
last
Baz.
name. Yeah,
Yeah.
Simon Baz. And I really enjoyed that series. I never finished it, but I read like the first 20 issues or something, and I really connected with the Jessica Cruz character.
She's great.
Her character is amazing.
I
and
know who you're gonna pick.
I relate to her character as well, just her personality, and I love it. And so I've been saying a long time. So I have a couple names, but
I know who you're gonna pick.
yeah, this is the one I've been saying for a long time. It's Gina Rodriguez. And I mean, I've said that before plenty of times. I love Gina Rodriguez. I think she's a great actress, and I think she should be a bigger star than she is. She's,
Well, she spent a lot of time on Gina.
people know who she is.
Yeah.
She had small movie roles. She was great in that that
Follow.
oil rig movie with
Deepwater Horizon.
She was amazing in that movie. So I think she has a lot more to do with her career. She's still really young, and I think she would do a great job as Jessica Cruz. And I think instead of, I mean, I would love to see Jon Stewart, but I wouldn't mind her being Hal Jordan's.
They could
Jordan
easily
being her mentor.
They could easily change the entire
Could do-
mythology.
I would love a buddy
something
cop
really
with
cool.
Jessica Cruz and Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
And her character really struggles with she has a lot of anxiety and stuff, and she doesn't before she gets the ring, she doesn't like to leave the house. She's very antisocial, and there's a lot of things you can do with that character and how she struggles with that once she gets the ring. So I would love to see that, but her origin is also heavily tied in with Simon Baz too. So maybe we have to have him there too, not necessarily. But
It would be hard to have Hal, Jessica, and
And
Simon in the
Simon
same
Baz.
show.
So, but they don't have to have Simon Baz in there.
No.
So I, of course I want to see Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, but I would love to see her character. Maybe not at first. Maybe she comes in season 3 or something like that. But yeah, Gina Rodriguez is Jessica Cruz.
Okay, so I kind of went. The way I did it is my two choices revolve around an older Hal Jordan and a younger Jon Stewart, and then my second one is what Gio was saying, the buddy cops. They're similar in age together, and so I'm going to kind of pair them together. And the first one I'm going to do is the older Hal Jordan and the younger Jon Stewart, because I think that's a brilliant way to do it. Because you can,
those are the two most prominent.
and you can
Green
easily
Lantern
have
characters,
have them both in there if there's a good enough age gap. And still tell the story of Hal Jordan doing his stuff with Jon Stewart there as well. Because TV shows do that a lot. There's a lot of characters, and you tell a lot of different stories at the same time.
You could have Jon Stewart in there, and he's not Green Lantern yet. He's
Exactly.
just a Marine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for my Hal Jordan choice, for the older Hal Jordan, I have John Hamm. I think
Such
that
an
he would
amazing
be.
choice.
I don't know if it'll ever happen.
How did I not think of that?
Because it's a different type of show than Mad Men and everything. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But then for the young Jon Stewart, I have an actor named by Ricky White. He's from the 100 on the CW, but then he's also the lead of American Gods, currently on HBO. He's an incredible
I'm not
actor.
familiar with
an
him,
incredible actor that's young, unknown. A lot of people don't know who he is. He has actually lobbied for the role on social media in the past, and they've done art for him and stuff. He's really, really good, but I think it's a good pairing because you have a well-known name in John Hamm and a very unknown name in Ricky White. And if you're able to kind of connect those stories and bring them together with those two together, because in the comics, a lot of the stuff that works well are those two together and those stories, how they kind of coincide. And so I think that'd be really cool to tell.
Yeah, nice. I can't believe I didn't think of John Hamm as he would be.
It all depends on what age they're going.
Especially what we were talking about, how Green Lantern's Hal Jordan's personality.
Yeah.
He would do such a great job with that. Yeah. All right, Gio. So what was your second choice? So do you have a second character?
Yeah.
That you want to see?
I was gonna go Hal Jordan.
Okay.
Along the similar.
Okay. So basically, the question I asked.
Yeah, John Hamm was definitely up there for me. So was Armie Hammer, who was a long time rumored to be Hal
I'd be down
Jordan.
for that.
But I'm gonna this isn't gonna happen, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Bradley Cooper as Hal Jordan.
That was my next choice.
That
was my next choice of Bradley Cooper as Hal Jordan.
Yeah,
but I have a backup.
So I mean, yeah, we can still talk about this. You know, I mean, it's his first foray in superhero, right? Other than Rocket Raccoon, you know, which I mean, it kind of counts. You know, after a while, you forget it's Bradley Cooper because Rocket Raccoon is such an awesome character on screen. At least I do. But I think this would be great for Bradley Cooper. I think. If I'm HBO Max, I get him and I tell him, hey, you can direct a couple episodes, get some, you know, filmmakers that you might want to put on, you know, whatever it takes to get you, because he's not an easy person to, sign on, especially for something that HBO Max is trying to do, and then not to mention the cloud of a movie hanging over your head, because if fans love it, then there's a calling for that. But Bradley Cooper, assuming they go the Hal Jordan older route, he's established. We all know he can act, and I think
he can't act.
He can't act. No, he can't.
Breaking news.
See, I like that choice. I've always pictured him as Barry Allen as the Flash. I've always pictured him as the Flash. It'll never happen because he's too old.
One, yeah.
It's funny, like we can imagine an older Green Lantern, but
can't imagine an older Flash.
I want Flash to be like under 30, you know?
Right.
Around that age.
So that was my choice. But let's go to Brian. So who's your second character?
My second was what this guy's number one was.
Oh, okay.
But I did have backup.
Do you have a backup for Jon Stewart?
For Jon Stewart, it was Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, the guy from Black Panther, Get Out.
Black Panther, Get Out.
Queen Slim.
Mm-hmm. I think he would be awesome as because like Jon Stewart's kind of like, what's the word? Not arrogant, not cocky.
I would actually love that. That would be
like
awesome. I want to see him step out of his comfort zone as an actor.
Maybe
He's really
confident
low-key.
is the word.
Conceited.
He's not like an ass, but
he's not a douche, but he's cocky.
Yeah.
There's definitely a difference.
Isn't he like the first guy to run into battle? Like he's
there's definitely a difference. Like he thinks he's like the A-list guy, but he's not a douche about it.
Yeah. I don't know what word that would be. I guess cocky, arrogant. I don't know. But I think he would be a good. I could see him being a Marine, like that type, like a Marine that maybe like doesn't know what to do now that he's out, and then lo and behold,
Space Cop.
Yeah, like that type of thing. Like because he can act. That guy can act.
I want to see a movie called Space Cop now.
Yeah, but he can act in. I mean, his role in Marvel is.
Yeah, he said he doesn't even know if he's going to come back for 2.
Exactly.
He wants to, but he doesn't know.
Yeah, it's so small that it's not like, oh, look, they just took him from Marvel. Like, no. But I think he would be awesome, Jon Stewart.
And he hasn't had that role that's like, he's had so many small roles, but he hasn't had the one that like shot him up. Like, he's recognized for Get Out.
Of course.
He's recognized for the other movies. He's highly recognized for Black Mirror on
course,
Netflix.
that episode's like the most popular, yeah.
But all these roles, they're going to lead to something big, some big project, because that typically happens, and it could it'd be very. I would be down to see him as
I
Jon
think he
Stewart.
would be really good. Really good. I mean, Michael B. Jordan.
I think that's more realistic. I would love Michael B. Jordan. He'd be my first choice, but it's
he's more realistic than Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Because Michael B. Jordan's more about producing and getting involved with film and stuff like that.
Like
he's still kind of like building his resume.
Exactly.
So,
like Michael B. Jordan can do whatever he wants right now.
Pretty much.
Daniel Kaluuya, he's still working on it. You know, he's getting there.
He's a type of guy that, even though he probably shouldn't be, he's probably still auditioning for roles where Michael B. Jordan's not.
Which is funny because he has an Oscar nomination, and I don't
Exactly.
think
He's
Michael
probably
B.
going to
Jordan
get another
does.
one.
Yeah.
From
Queen
but,
Slim. Yeah,
yeah,
a chance.
I mean,
George should have gotten one.
Oh, for Fruitvale
Fruitvale
Station.
Station,
Absolutely, yeah.
He'll probably get one for Justice.
And honestly,
and Black.
Black Panther, he was amazing. I think that was Oscar worthy. All right, so Bradley Cooper was my first choice as Hal Jordan. My
Thanks for stealing everyone's
backup,
today.
Right?
I think you guys are gonna hate this, but hear me out.
Oh my god.
James Franco as Hal Jordan. Look at this. You're thinking of comedy James Franco. James Franco is an amazing actor. And
This is because this is Brian's all-time favorite character.
Oh my god.
Look. James Franco's not the...
Okay, so you want me to think of Harry Osborn?
No, stop it.
No, James Franco is not just the comedic guy that he's portrayed in like Pineapple Express. He can do that, but that's not all he can do. He's an Oscar caliber actor. He's nominated for 127 Hours.
He's incredible in this show called The Deuce on HBO.
I want to watch that.
Incredible.
And I love the first Planet of the Apes movie of the new one.
Oh, yeah, Rise.
Right.
And
Yeah. He's good.
it's not a comedic role at all. He's very serious. He's a great actor, and I'm a huge fan of James Franco. And he can pull. Obviously, he's a comedian as well. He can do the comedic parts, and people can. You need to take him seriously. Like, don't just think of the Pineapple Express. James Franco.
I know.
And I think that would be really cool if you did him, because he's up there in age now. He's over 40. He, have him grow some facial hair, make him look a little grizzled a little bit, and then you have a younger, Jon Stewart or Jessica Cruz, whatever it may be. But I would be all down for that.
Are you? Thank you.
No, I'm trying to get the disaster artist out of my head because he's good in that movie, but
Hammock.
I forgot all about that.
honestly, no.
Try to
I
put
will say
aside
this.
your pre-assumptions and he's a great actor. Like, I think so. I mean,
comedic
it's all
actors
subjective.
are really underrated drama actors.
Hell yeah. Look
Steve
at Adam
Carell,
Sandler.
Adam Sandler, absolutely. Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
People think these guys can't do these roles until they do something that's just so unexpected that gets all sorts of Oscar buzz. James Franco can get to that level. I think so.
I agree.
I think he's 10 years, more than 12 years removed from Pineapple Express, and
He hasn't done a lot of those movies lately.
Right.
Yeah, no.
The last one was This Is the End, right?
No, it was the bad political movie with Kim Jong-un. Him and Seth
Oh
Rogen.
God.
No.
Well, he
Jesus
did the
Christ.
Yeah, not the
that was terrible, but
Yeah.
the interview. But
The interview.
what was the movie with Bryan Cranston? I actually liked that movie.
Why him?
Yeah.
Oh, why him? That's a
But
good movie.
he was funny.
Yeah,
Like,
he
that
was.
was a good
yeah,
movie.
that was a good
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I think you could definitely get to that level.
You'd want him as your Green Lantern?
No, he's just giving his thoughts on me
Well, I mean,
choosing him. Like,
he wouldn't be
he's
my
saying
first
he'd be
choice,
okay
but
with it.
I'd be
Yeah.
okay with it. Like,
I wouldn't.
you wouldn't be okay with it?
No. That's not Hal Jordan.
Alrighty then. So for me, my second choice, like I said, is more of like the buddy cop style, combining them a little bit, having two guys, whether it's years apart or whatever. But so for Hal Jordan, I have Armie Hammer. I think he'd kill it as Hal Jordan.
So good.
I know that people go back to his early days as an actor, but he's a really, really, really good actor now. He's definitely evolved. And Jon Stewart I have is Sterling K. Brown. Gets some love in movies, gets a lot more love because of This Is Us on NBC. Very, very powerful actor.
So he's older than Armie Hammer, right?
Mhm.
So you're saying you're reversing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
And Sterling K. Brown could probably age it down a little bit. Armie Hammer could probably age it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You can definitely.
Or you could say they're the same age.
Yeah, you can do something like that, but I think that they would both be really, really good.
He was in the OJ FX show, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that show was good.
He played the lawyer.
Oh, he's so good.
He
Yeah.
played Johnny Cochran.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he didn't. He
No,
played,
he played the lawyer.
He was the
district attorney.
District Attorney.
Yeah.
Or not district attorney.
The prosecution
Yeah.
lawyer. Yeah.
I'd also be okay if it starts where they've both been Green Lantern for a while.
Yeah.
And then that's when a Jessica Cruz comes in or something
But
like
if you
that.
already have like an established Green Lantern corps,
I'd be okay with that.
man, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Casting Table.
Do you guys have any honorable mentions before we get out of here?
I think everyone said like everyone's.
Yeah, so I my second choice for Jessica Cruz. A lot of people probably don't know who she is, but her name's Amy Garcia. She's on Lucifer, and she plays the forensic scientist on Lucifer, and I freaking love her. She's amazing. So but Gina Rodriguez would be my first choice. She would be my second choice.
I have a backup and then dream casting. My backup for Hal Jordan is Nicolas Coster-Waldau.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good choice.
And my dream casting is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Man, that'd be so good.
If they were my dream casting, if they were gonna do an older Hal Jordan, probably not in it for very long. Dream would be Brad Pitt, just that like slick fighter pilot, like that type. But that's never gonna happen.
Obviously, the obvious choice, Jon Stewart, is Idris Elba.
Yeah, that's the ultimate choice.
I didn't think about
that's
that.
the ultimate choice for sure.
He would be very veteran. Green Lantern.
Maybe he's the veteran John. No, you can't do that in Hal Jordan. Fans would go fucking. Sorry.
So
crazy.
Yeah, we just got flagged again.
Yeah.
I've said this before. I think we said it on a different show. I think it would be really, really cool of them to start the series with Hal Jordan's mentor. What's his name?
Evan Stewart.
I think it'd be really, really cool. Not even start with a human character. You start with him. And then as the season goes on, that's kind of where Hal Jordan comes into the fold. A very different way of doing it because he's so unknown to typical fans. And then it kind of
you could have Hal Jordan as just a human.
You could tell his story, and then you could tell
to know him before he becomes.
And then maybe like the last couple episodes of the season, that's when Evan Stewart passes on the ring, and then that sets up like seasons to go.
Or I just had a thought. What if it was followed Sinestro as a Green Lantern and his change, and that could set up things.
Luke Evans for Sinestro.
Were there ever any human characters who were Green Lantern before Hal Jordan?
No, he's the first human.
He's the first human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
which is why he was so bashed on.
Yeah, they didn't
believe in him.
They wouldn't
human race.
They wouldn't have a show without a human character on it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wish they would do that, but they won't.
Yeah,
it would be very bold of them to do that. It'd be awesome.
That's what I said.
Bring back Mark Strong, man. I think he's up there with J.K. Simmons as far as like such a perfect casting.
He was the perfect Sinestro
for Sinestro. Anytime he was on screen in that Ryan Reynolds movie,
he was perfect.
Man, he was
perfect.
So Jesus.
We never actually got to see him become the real Sinestro.
Yeah, first
slightly.
We had his teeth.
He turned.
And why did he turn? Who knows? There's no motivation for that there, but we all know that Green Lantern.
No, it's the same reason Baron Mordo and Doctor Strange turned at the end. He didn't believe it anymore.
No.
Here we go.
So it's okay in Doctor Strange for that to happen, but it's not okay.
No, he has motivation. He decided the issue is there's too many sorcerers, and his mission is to get rid of the sorcerers. What was Mark Strong's?
Mark Strong was that the council at the Green Lantern was unwilling to do something to stop this parallax. Even use a little bit of dark magic to, or whatever it's called, to kill the.
And by the way, I thought Ryan Reynolds was a great Hal Jordan.
Oh yeah,
he just him as a character was great, but like the rest of the movie.
Who's that? Who played the villain? The guy with that forehead.
Oh my goodness.
That was awful. What's his name? Bill Skarsgård.
It's the guy that plays
Skarsgård.
Something Skarsgård, right?
Something Skarsgård.
It was one of the Skarsgårds?
Mm-hmm.
How many are there?
There's like 4. I don't even know if they're all related either, which is interesting.
Man.
I have no idea.
Well, Stellan Skarsgård, his sons are
Alexander and Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarzan and Pennywise, right? Yeah, those are his sons.
Yeah.
And
so wait, what's Stellan Skarsgård? So Eric Selvig's sons are Tarzan and Pennywise.
There we go.
Peter Skarsgård.
Let's do a crossover.
That's an amazing crossover.
Oh,
that's
wild. What would even happen in that movie?
You know what? I forget. You know Taika was a voice in.
Yeah, he was Hal Jordan's best friend.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was actually.
Or not a voice. Yeah.
He was a character.
He was his best friend in the movie.
Michael Clark Duncan too.
Nobody forgets about that. Or everyone forgets about that. Sorry, everyone forgets that he was the best friend.
Taika Waititi. Yeah.
I did. That's why I just was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Alrighty, well that's going to do it for this episode of The Casting Table. Who do you guys want to see as Green Lantern, and what character do you want to see starring in this series going to HBO Max? We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with our choices? Let us know in the comments section. Again, I'm Jacob Bartley, this is Gio Ramos, that's Brian Avellino, and that is Jake Berlin. Thank you for watching Apocaflix Movies. Casting Table, we will see you all next time. Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocaflix Movies, click this video up here. You want something a little bit different? Check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocaflix Movies and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.